After 10 minutes, the tricycle deposited me in the front yard of St. Augustine Parish Church. This isn't the Grand Dam of Boholana historical churches, that would be the Baclayon Church. But this church is still pretty grand for being just a neighborhood parish church. Construction was completed in the early 20th century, circa 1924. The original church was ruined in the late 19th century. Construction of the present church started in 1894 by Fray Valentin Utande until its completion by Padre Quiterio Seringumba in 1925. The church contains one of the most unusual ceiling artwork compositions in the country, done in the 1920s. This church is noteworthy because of its twin antique confessionals carved with grape and dove patterns. The church is also known for its ceiling murals depicting the sacraments. Source: I cribbed this from the Panglao tourism site. I'm gonna link to it in the description below the video. While my friend was taking photographs with her family, in-laws, and other friends after the baptism, there was a public lecture going on. The lecture was in Visayan, so I couldn't fully understand it, but I could gather from context clues that it's either a pre-baptismal or pre-wedding lecture. The lecturer spoke extemporaneously, non-stop, no script, on various topics like raising godly kids and marital relations. I saw her in action for half an hour while I was taking photographs. She could have been an events host in another life. Very noteworthy to me was the bell tower, watchtower towards the back of the church property. To the rear of the ruins and at some distance stands a 5-story bell tower or watchtower built in 1851. Octagonal in plan and covered by a pitched roof, the tower is one of the tallest of its kind in the country. The tower is in bad state and needs immediate intervention for its conservation. Again, the source, Panglao tourism site. I'm gonna link to it in the description below the video. The beach shore area behind the church is super interesting to me. It's not a place you'd randomly stumble upon while walking on the main road. You wouldn't have known there's even a beach behind the church property with a shore that you can access via a walkable dirt road. I only spotted it because I was photographing the bell tower, and because I was already in the church. There were locals chilling under little huts. There's a little beach area facing the water behind it, as you can see on the map. It's not a touristy beach, and there's a storm surge warning. I had a random animal encounter there. While I was photographing the outrigger boats docked on shore, one of the fishermen came over to chat with me and said if I had come earlier that morning, I could have photographed 2 of the wild birds that fly to him to be fed every morning. According to him, they respond to the names he gave them, which coincidentally are also the names of his boats. I took what he was saying with a grain of salt until he started yelling the names.
Ibon ko, ito ang dalawa kasi ang bangka ko, Arcanador at Gallionador. Ito yung si Galleon. O dahil binigyan ko siya ng Galleon. Galleon, our visitor from Manila, si Jem.
And lo and behold, one bird did fly near. I'd never seen such a bird before. It was not a pet, but it does respond to his calls. The fishermen spoke to it in Visayan, their language, and English for the tourists, I guess. What a clever bird. In the front yard of the church is a classic Philippine monument. No, not talking about these historical ruins, although they do look neat. Nope, the classic Filipino monument I'm talking about is the ever ubiquitous basketball hoops and makeshift court. The rest of the baptism party had already left the church to go back to the hotel to prep for the lunch reception. My friend stayed behind to accompany me while I took photos of the beach area behind the church. We flagged down a tricycle in the front yard of the church when I was done. The tricycle had this warning above his windshield. I guess rural tricycles are not quote-unquote woke. Warning, fat people are not allowed to ride. Fat people is in red. Here are some small town street snaps I took while the tricycle was moving.